Yo, what is going on, my friends? Welcome back. My name is Charles, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about new fragrances that I picked up that I think are going to be good for the spring and the summer seasons, or whatever this weather is that we're experiencing right now. Full disclosure, when I say picked up, I got sent all of these for free except one of them. I think it's important to let you guys know that this stuff is gifted because you're liable to go out and spend your own money on these things when I didn't do it myself. It just doesn't feel fair. One of the perks about being a content creator is you get sent packages all the time. I've spent thousands of dollars accumulating my own fragrance collection well before I was in the world of content over the years. I'm really passionate about fragrances and scents. I would say it's my #1 category in terms of interest. So I feel really blessed and really grateful to be in a position where I get to try new fragrances all the time, regularly, and I love that I get to share that experience with you guys. I just want you to know I'm not bragging. Even I get jealous when my friends who are content creators get PR packages that I don't get. Even though I get them all the time, I still see it. I'm like, oh man, like, that's sick, I wish. And like, I get stuff all the time. You're gonna see some in this video that are crazy. That being said, one of these I'm gonna save to the end. I think is super unique and different, and I'm really surprised with. Another one, same sort of thing. I didn't think I would like it, but it has grown on me tremendously, and I love it. So I'm gonna get right into them, starting with the one that I purchased myself, and that is this one right here. It comes in this cool ass container, and this is my favorite part about it, apart from the smell. This is Dunhill Icon, and it comes in this really fun case. It's bumpy. It's almost like those things your grandma used to massage your feet on the floor, like the wooden things. It's so fun, and it's super addicting to play with, but this is what it looks like inside. So Dunhill Icon. There are many different kinds. I've only ever tried this one and one other one, and I didn't love the other one. The reason I bought this is because I watched an interview. I was actually influenced with Black Bear. He's the music artist who sings like do, re, mi, fa, whatever. And he said he wears this. That surprised me because he's rich, and this is like 30, 40 bucks or something. And I was like, okay, if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. So I bought it, and wasn't my type of scent at the time, but I've grown to appreciate it. And I think I'll get a little bit more use out of it this year. It has been sitting on my shelf for 2 years. I've used half of it. It smells like fizzy grape soda. Sweet grape fizzy soda candy vibes. And it's really unique. I've never smelled anything like it. Slightly medicinal, but yeah, really cool and fun. It's a fun fragrance. And in the summer and the spring, I like to experiment and paint my nails and wear really bold, fun, bright colors. And I think this is a fragrance that complements that sort of style very well. So if you're into accessorizing and just smelling different and unique, and you like to like jingle with all your jewelry while you walk, I feel like this would suit you. Also helps that it's like the most satisfying thing ever to play with. Oh shit. It reminds me, if you're a millennial, this will maybe spark a memory of Jurassic Park. Those like vials in Jurassic Park that they played with. It was super satisfying to watch. It was very like ASMR for the time. It reminds me of that, and I love that. So this is Dunhill Icon, something I'll be wearing this spring that I absolutely love, and I think is super unique, and you may not have given it a thought ever, but now you have. Okay, next. All right, and the next one that I received, kind of crazy that I got this as a gift, is Millesime Imperial from Creed. So this is what it looks like. It is shiny gold. It is an absolute fingerprint magnet, which is annoying, but if you have all that money, you don't care about stuff like that. I guess you could just wipe it clean, but this is insane. So, oh my God, oh wow. I bought this myself years ago with my own money, and I ended up trading it on Facebook groups and swapping it for something else. But this is a fragrance I've been thinking about for a very long time that I love. I've never had the balls, I guess, to add it back into my collection because of the price point. And it's not something that I feel like you need, but it's so nice to have on the shelf. This has a fragrance note called ambergris, and now correct me down below if I'm wrong. I may be a little rusty on the facts, which is whale vomit that has washed ashore. It's like a rock formation, and humans decided to go and take that and extract oil from it and use it in perfumery. And I think that's where that salty, thick, salty smell comes from in here. I don't know if I'm right. I could be wrong. Please correct me below, but that's my understanding. And this to me smells like salty ocean water on a hot day in like a really good way. It's very fresh, aquatic, salty. I just love it. I love it. And I have another fragrance called Coastal Cypress and Sea Fennel that I've spoken about in my video titled Fragrances for Life that I can't live without. I'll put it up here somewhere. That one smells like salty sea air, and it reminded me of just that gust of wind that hit me when I landed in Florida and drove out of the airport with the top off the Jeep with my girlfriend. It just smelled like the air or the breeze coming off of the ocean. This smells like you're swimming in the ocean, in like the warm, shallow water. It smells a little deeper and a little more rich in that respect. It's still fresh. That one's like on land, and then this one's like on the water. That's the way I would describe it. I love it. It's so fresh. It's so unique. And apart from the bottle being stunning, there's not much more to say about about this. What an incredible gift to have received. I'm gonna wear this a lot this year. That is Millicime Imperial from Creed. All right, next up, somebody in my last video when I was talking about fragrances to smell rich was like, bro's talking about Creed Aventus and he doesn't even own Creed Aventus. Well, bitch, bam. Eat my butt. So this is Absolute Aventus. This was, again, sent to me from Creed. Amazing generosity from the team over there, and I can't thank them enough. If you haven't smelled Aventus before, you just have to. And I feel like you'll smell it and be like, oh, I've smelled this before on people in the wild, because it's a very popular fragrance. Now, it's been years since I've owned the original Aventus, and I haven't had a chance to compare it side by side with this one, which is Absolute Aventus. This just smells like the original Aventus to me. I remember the original Aventus, 2 sprays and you'd blow out like an entire Home Depot. It was a very powerful fragrance. I feel like over the years I got watered down. Oh man, this one, also incredibly, incredibly powerful. 2 sprays of this and you're good. Now this fragrance, it smells so pineapple-y too, like in the air right now. This fragrance is undeniable. I can't say anything bad about it, but I will say I don't know if it's for me. And that is because it is such a high-end, classy, mature fragrance. It's almost not wearable in an everyday situation. I feel like if you're in your 20s, just avoid this completely. Like, it's not really gonna make sense. This is for that guy who's like put together. He like lives in a warm climate, he wears a suit, or he wears linen, or he wears like a jeans and a t-shirt, drives a nice car, has a family, has a house and a vacation home, is a CEO, is a boss, like just has money. That is this guy's daily fragrance. Hair is slicked back, you're driving with the top down. Like, it's incredible. But I definitely feel like it's more suited for a mature man. Like for an outfit like I'm wearing right now, I feel like it doesn't make sense. I love having this around because we go for fancy dinners and I want to dress up. This is just an easy to reach for fragrance, maybe even like a wedding day, to be honest, in a tuxedo. It's just extremely classy and extremely timeless and so addicting and beautiful to smell. But as an everyday wear, I feel like it might be a bit much, also because it's so powerful. So again, very, very amazing and very beautiful fragrance. Very grateful to have it, but not an everyday reach. And I would just avoid it if I was a young guy in my 20s. This is for that person who's settled, has their shit together, and this is like the only fragrance they own. I feel like that makes the most sense to me. Moving on. All right, so it is no secret that I am a fan of, it's no secret that I'm a fan of Aesop. I've got 3 bottles here. I purchased Karst, which is this one here, in August, and I've already used that much of it. And then Marrakesh Intense about 13 months ago, and it's also almost gone. So I use these a lot. Now, most recently, I was invited to an event at Aesop here in Toronto, or Aesop, you can correct me down below, which I know you're going to because you guys can't help yourselves, promoting their new fragrance. They had like a little laboratory set up with like chemist sets, showcasing the raw ingredients in the fragrance. We had like a chemist talk to us about the makeup and the composition of this fragrance, and it was a really, really cool experience. They put together a very curated evening for us, and I was very grateful to be invited. I thought it was super cool. And on the way out, they sent us home with this fragrance called Orner. So this is the newest fragrance from Aesop, and this is the box that it came with. Now, right off the bat, I didn't think I was gonna like this fragrance on first sniff because it is extremely floral and feminine, almost grandma in a way. And I shouldn't be surprised that I like it because the entire house of Aesop has done this to me. Years ago when I discovered them, probably 2 years ago, when I discovered Aesop, I didn't like their fragrances. I thought, weak. They're weak, they don't last long for the price. And the problem with the internet is most people think if you're paying $200-300, whatever, for a fragrance, it has to last 12 hours. And I feel like we've all been fed this for so long that we just take it as gospel, when I don't think that's very fair. I think when you're purchasing a fragrance, especially something that's like a high ticket item, it's not just about the fragrance, it's about the brand, it's about the marketing, it's about the history, it's about the image as a whole, the cause, whatever it may be. You're purchasing and buying into the brand and the lifestyle and the aesthetic that they provide. Now, Aesop is amazing with everything they do. Their skincare is fantastic. Their aesthetic is second to none, to be honest with you. And their fragrances are amazing. They're used with mostly natural ingredients. And I think one thing that people don't give them enough credit for is how unique their scents are. I think their scents are a lot different than what you can find out there on the market. And when I first discovered them, I didn't love them. They really did have to grow on me over time. And it wasn't until I owned a bottle of their fragrances that I started to get it. And I started to spray it every day and I was like, oh, it's actually nice that these fragrances don't last forever. I think that's a good thing. Because the last thing you want is to like put a fragrance on and feel like, oh shit, I have to wash it off because it's too strong and too powerful. I've gone to the shower many times after spraying a fragrance on that I don't want on me and it won't come off and it drives me nuts. And you don't really get that with Aesop. They're nice and light, they're natural, they just aren't overbearing, they're very unique. And I love that. I love that you can put on a fragrance in the morning and it's not too much. and then later on the day, it's kind of gone or it's subdued, and you can put on something else if you want, or you can just reapply it. I think that's great, and there's room for a fragrance like that in everybody's collection. I don't think every fragrance needs to be a powerhouse. It needs to blow out a room. Subtle elegance and something subdued is very, very important to have. Now this one, with all that being said, falls right into that category where it doesn't last forever, not gonna be for everybody. I would not recommend this for you, especially if you're a man. This is a very floral, feminine scent. There's something addicting about it that I just can't get enough of. I'm a huge sucker for rose. Now, there is no rose in this fragrance, but to my nose, that's what it smells like. They say it's magnolia leaf, cedar heart, Roman chamomile. So those are the notes that they list off, and I get rose with that cedar base, but also like grandma-y in a way, but it's just addicting. I can't get enough of it. And like all their other fragrances, this has grown on me, and this is slowly, actually this is very quickly becoming one of my favorite fragrance houses. And this fragrance to me is the biggest surprise from them because they have a lot of spicy fragrances, aquatic fragrances, incensey fragrances, smoky, whatever. This one's so floral and so different and just a huge, huge surprise. I really, really enjoy it. I don't think everybody's going to, but that's the beauty about fragrances. They're not for everybody. Everybody has their preferences. I would definitely recommend testing out some Aesop fragrances and giving them a chance because I do think it's one of those brands that you have to fall in love with over time. It's not a love at first sniff thing, usually with them. But I think I use their fragrances the most out of any fragrances I own. And that alone speaks volumes to me about how much I enjoy them. So that is Orner. This is what the atomizer looks like. I would say it's good, I guess, no complaints. I don't really care about that stuff, but it sprays, so that's a bonus. Moving on to the last one. All right, last up, this fragrance I've had for, I don't know, a month now. It was given to me. I didn't talk about it because I didn't like it at first. And something funny happened on Sunday. We have coffee Sundays, people come over, we celebrate, well, we don't celebrate anything. We have coffee Sundays every Sunday and all our friends come over, we just have coffee and treats and hang out, play chess, do whatever. And this fragrance was sitting on my counter. Somebody smelled it and was like, oh, it's nice. I sprayed it and then it clicked. I was like, oh my God, you know what this smells like? This smells like those Coca-Cola gummies that you used to buy for 10 cents at the convenience store back in the day. And the fragrance itself is Tom Ford Bois Pacifique. So this is new. This was sent to me from Tom Ford, and that's the box that it comes in. When I first smelled this, I was like, I don't get it. I don't know if I like it. It's a very light fragrance. I didn't clock it as sweet right away because it's so light and ethereal, but it's sweet and it smells just like those Coca-Cola gummies, especially, excuse me, especially when you spray it on your skin. It smells just like the Coca-Cola gummies. It's crazy how much it smells like it. If you've heard of Roja Dove or Roja Dove Creation E, I don't think it's as sweet and cloying as that and literal as that, but it also equally smells like Coca-Cola gummies to that, but it's more ethereal and airy and woody and soft. On Fragrantica, they call this woody and amber. Sure, the amber maybe is where the sweetness comes from, but this just feels airy and ambery and like a soft wood, which is really nice, and it feels very ethereal. I wore this downstairs when I was grabbing a package the other day, and my concierge was like, whoa, you smell amazing, what is that? And I wear a different fragrance down there every day. He never says anything. So this one he enjoyed. And I will say, now that I've clocked that it smells like the Coca-Cola gummies, I'm starting to enjoy it more myself. It's very light. I'd say like a spring or summer evening, this is perfect. Maybe not high heat, but I don't think you can go wrong with the high heat anyway. I think this is a really good all-round fragrance and super unique. Some people are saying it's like a subdued Eben Fumé. I don't get that much smokiness out of this. I don't know how happy you would be to spend your money on this because it's just so soft, but it is nice. It is unique, and I think that's refreshing because a lot of these fragrances smell the same these days, and this one doesn't. This one smells a little bit different. So yeah, that's it. That is Tom Ford Bois Pacifique. Super weird. I love the bottle though. I have a lot of Tom Ford fragrances, and my favorite one still is Venetian Bergamot. That'll never change, but of recent, this one has surprised me the most. Yeah, I don't know. It's just super nice. I didn't love it at first because it was just like, what is this? I didn't really understand what it was, but now I'm starting to get it. It's sweet, it's woody, it's light, it's airy, and it's a little unique. So definitely give it a try. Let me know what you guys think down below too, if you agree with this at all, if you've smelled this. I would love to hear your thoughts on all of the fragrances I mentioned today. And I'm also curious to know what you're wearing this spring, summer. Let me know down below. Also, if you smelled Orner from Aesop, let me know how you feel. I want to see if people think the same way about Aesop as I do. It's a brand that grew on me and is continuing to grow on me, and I'm wondering if anyone else has that experience. So please do comment below and let me know. So that is it. I just want to say thank you again, my friends, for watching. It really, really means the world to me that you guys are tuning into these videos. If you made it all the way to the end, you are a legend. I would love it if you can click that button and subscribe here. If not, it's all good. Maybe I'll convince you on the next one. As you can see behind me, we've got a lot of new updates in the house that I will be talking about in a recent pickups home edition coming up maybe next week or the following week. So let me know down below if you want to see that. I love the way our house is coming together. I think our couch should be here soon too, so there will be another massive loft tour update eventually. So stay tuned to check that out. But again, thank you so much for watching all the way into this video. It means the world to me that you guys are here. I love you all so much. The weather is just so nice. It's gonna be a fantastic year. I love you guys. I hope you have the best day. I hope you enjoy this beautiful weather, and I'll see you next time. Peace.